Akron Police, just come outside. How you doing? Is Martha here?
She's probably at her boyfriend's house.
What's your name, bud?
David.
David Callahan? All right, come on down here for me.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there?
No.
Or shoved in a tub?
Well, nothing surprises.
Yeah, that's like a horror movie.
Will I be told as soon as they know whether or not there's a body back there of a person?
Well, they have a whole process they have to go through.
To tell me if they found a person back there?
Seems like a body part.
Early Monday morning, police in Akron receive a call. 53-year-old Martha Freitag wants a restraining order against her boyfriend, David Callahan. Officers know her: schizophrenia, frequent domestic disputes, a chaotic on and off relationship. They're unsure if this is real or just another fight. What they don't know: a murder is minutes away. This is the last time Martha will be seen alive.
Didn't work good, really.
No, I don't like that. I know, I really don't like it.
Hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Huh?
Did you call us?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'm going to reinstate something I had 14 months ago. Statute of limitation, I think, beside me is 10 years, right?
So you want to restate something you already said,
Yes.
and they're already investigating it, and you're just telling us about it again, is that correct?
Well, I don't know if they're investigating or not. All I know is I got a restraining order from them, and then I'm waiting for her to get some mental help, because he's supposed to go down the first path. First of all, it wasn't supposed to be explored at all.
Martha's words are scattered, her behavior erratic. Officers dismiss it as another episode, but she's masking genuine fear they don't pick up on. Inside the house, David is waiting for them to leave so he can make sure she never calls again.
He didn't come out because you guys were mad at me, right? I got a restraining order against him, and then I don't know. What are you doing over there?
I'm talking to you.
And why are you over there like that?
Because I want to be.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to the guy downtown and talk to him.
Okay.
Hours after police leave, David snaps. Furious she called the cops again, he grabs a wooden axe handle and strikes her. When she collapses, he wraps a rope around her neck and pulls until she stops moving. He seals her body in plastic and waits for nightfall. Then he carries her outside, burns her, and buries her in a shallow pit. To him, it's over. No one will come looking. What he didn't count on: Martha's daughter Kim will soon be on to him. Days pass. Martha stops responding to everyone, including Kim. After several days of silence, Kim contacts police. Officers agree to meet her at the house. But when Kim and her husband arrive, it's clear their concerns won't be taken seriously.
Either is a cousin of ours that she calls all the time, her brother that she calls all the time. Nobody's heard from her.
She lives here?
Yeah,
Have you been in?
No. I came earlier, knocked and banged on the door, and she was having a lot of problems with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
At some point, there was some kind of protection order, and I don't know, against him. She's paranoid schizophrenic, so I went around to different hospitals. I went everywhere to see if she was like in a psychiatric unit.
Yeah.
I can't. Everybody says no, she's not here. But I know that there's been a lot going on between her and her boyfriend. And
Okay.
he has made death threats to her. So
That's okay.
he has made threats to her that he was going to make sure nobody ever found her.
Yeah.
Kim tells officers David is the most likely suspect. He's made death threats, and he has a lengthy criminal history. Officers need to question him, but before they can get the full story, a sudden noise from inside the house puts them on high alert.
You don't have a key to her place? What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, earlier the air conditioner was on, but now it's not.
Akron Police!
The sound isn't imagination. It's David, hiding in silence, waiting for police to leave. And this is when officers make their first critical mistake. Despite the real possibility Martha is in danger, they give Kim the worst advice.
Then what happens with like a missing persons report or whatever?
But she is a grown woman. However, she has these, the paranoid schizophrenia issues. If for whatever reason she has gone into this state where she doesn't want anybody to contact her, even family, the hospital is legally not allowed to tell anybody anything, even her kin. I just don't think we're quite at the heightened alert level that we need to force entry or do anything like that yet.
Well, the way that she calls us constantly. It kind of gives me a sense of foul play.
She calls.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always every
It
day
doesn't
calls
matter,
her
yeah.
brother.
Always.
When did it stop?
Well, her brother said she stopped about a month ago. My cousin said 2 weeks, but I don't know if
I'm
thinking about a month for everybody.
Because she still called my phone every day, leaving voicemails.
Yeah.
Kim doesn't realize she's been coerced into a grave mistake. Officers leave. Kim continues her own investigation. She learns David's been spotted at a work site and urges police to check it out. Following her tip, officers are dispatched. What they hear will finally give Kim's suspicions credibility.
How you doing?
Hi.
You guys know David?
Yeah, I guess he's a new guy that
Probably in his 50s.
What's the girl's name?
Callaghan or something.
Oh,
I think his last Callaghan.
Over there yesterday.
Have you seen Martha or Robin?
Right.
Martha or Robin?
I don't even know those names.
You don't know who those are?
Not that much.
You just saw David move in
Yeah,
over
he said
here.
his girlfriend was in jail or something. But she was.
That they don't live.
I don't remember.
But he's in like his 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not the new guy that lived in here for years. What about Jay High? Dave? Balding kind of guy.
He's older. Yeah, probably.
His name. Hey, what is that dude's name, Dan? Your name is Dave? What? The guy that was getting on my nerves the other night.
Yeah, his name's David too.
We got a whole bunch of Davids around here.
Yeah.
We could pull up a picture and see if you guys. I think we're gonna try to find one.
That's not that Dave.
That's how the David stays here. Does he come around here?
This guy?
Yeah.
He's been around before. He's done work for him and stuff.
But he's not the one that lives here.
I ain't seen him today.
When was the last time you saw him?
I just need to get it out of my
good.
car.
I ain't been there.
This week? Last week?
Something like that. Right.
Cool.
Good 3-4 days. I
3-4 days?
Processing. So.
He said he saw him 3 or 4 days ago, maybe.
Workers confirm they've seen David recently. He's still in the area. Police just need to locate him, but officers still think Martha will turn up on her own. They don't realize they're giving David exactly what he wants: time. As the case stalls, David keeps a low profile, covering his tracks. What began as one oversight will snowball into a series of missteps, paving the way to a tragic discovery.
Yeah, they didn't add any notes. It just said that they were here. Well, it came in as a missing person.
Okay, that's probably the daughter then.
Yeah, but then it said she checked okay, and there was no report made, so they must have had contact with her.
After pressure from Kim, police agree to another welfare check, but they make another critical error. They send new officers unfamiliar with the case.
If it came in as a missing person, they cleared it without a report number. That means they determined where she was at.
Exactly. That's what I was.
Yeah.
After a few unanswered knocks, officers leave, assuming someone already made contact with Martha. This is why dissuading Kim from filing a report was catastrophic. With no sign of Martha or David, the investigation stalls. Days pass. Eventually, the case goes cold. A week passes. It seems Martha might never be found. Then, something strange happens. Kim starts receiving texts from her mother. Brief, unsettling. "I'm busy. I'm with friends. I'm fine." It doesn't sound like her. Kim grows suspicious and demands police meet her again. This time she'll break in herself if they won't.
Missing persons here. Okay. I've talked to so many officers, everybody she knows, her friends, family. None of them has seen her face or talked to her in over a month. Yeah. So I was sending her messages from her mother's phone. Say, "This is your daughter. I want to know where you're at." "Oh, I'm at the Kingdom Hall in Kent with friends." I said, "Okay, stay there. I'm coming right now." "Oh, I'm not there. You don't know where I am." "Well, you just said you were there. Where are you?" "Oh, I'm eating now." The way she types is completely different. She says she's angry at the family.
But the issue is we were pounding on the door earlier and no one answered. And we didn't have enough to kick the door in and go look for her.
She owns this property. If I need to break in here with you guys here, and if you think she'll press charges on me, that's fine. I want to know what happened to her. She's not going to press charges on me. That's not the problem.
She has mental illness.
Yes, she does, but she is...
Do you know if she's taking her meds?
No, I don't know. But I do know that she does not do this kind of thing. The last time her mother talked to her,
She was walking through this field over here and told my grandmother, if I come up missing or dead, it is no accident. And she said it to me. This has been said to us several times. And he has told her before, I'm going to get your ass and nobody's ever going to find you.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Kim is confident she's solved it. She accuses David of murder and impersonation. Officers still doubt her but agree to break into the house. What they find inside will leave Kim even more furious, making her question if police are truly on her side.
After police, anybody in here? Come outside!
It's day 1 in this shirt. Day 2 in these bases.
You're not going to get another day out of it.
Day 3.
Supposed to be a big black dog that might not be friendly.
Are you able to put me back on the call on the phone, or could you generate a new one for that 31?
Sure. You should. He didn't get you already.
Police, anybody in here?
After police! Somebody's been here because the bell's taken in. I mean,
Oh, he's been here. The question is what he did to her. Not a single pair of her shoes anywhere around here.
If I were you, I mean, I'm not telling you how to feel, but this would be a relief. You know, she's not here, but it doesn't look like there's any sign of distress or, you know, all of her stuff's not thrown around.
First sign of distress, really, is the fact that there's no Pepsi in that refrigerator.
So that means she hasn't been staying here?
No, she has not been here. I'm telling you, he has done something to her. I know it.
Officers reassure her everything's fine. No obvious signs of foul play. But as they exit, an officer makes an offhand remark that reveals what they really think.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there? No. Or shoved in a tub?
Yes, I would have been surprised.
You would have been?
Yeah.
nothing surprises.
That would have surprised me.
Officers briefly consider the worst, but their tone makes it clear they don't believe it. Even with Kim insisting something's wrong, they remain doubtful. When Kim demands to file a missing person report, something that should have been done weeks ago, officers still seem unconvinced.
Well, I need to make an official report.
Yeah, that can happen. That's not a problem. But it's going to be very vague.
All right. I don't know what to think about none of her stuff being in that house. Shoes. She always had shoes all over right there with his, too. Right, this is the report, and I can go get a hard copy. And what do? I mean, just keep, if I hear any more texts.
I mean, it's pretty much pointless unless it's pointless talking to him anymore at this point.
I guess this is what happens.
Just let us know if you think she's somewhere and we can go check for her, okay?
Okay.
Her investigation seems to have hit a dead end as officers leave again. But hours later, one officer returns to speak with neighbors. It's a small decision, but it quietly marks the first step in turning things around. One neighbor is holding information that will finally confirm Kim's claims.
Next door, there's some woman that used to live in there. She asked me a couple of times for some money or some cigarettes. I told her I didn't smoke. What's going on?
Well, someone sent us out here to check on her, and she's not answering the door. Does she have a car or anything, you know?
I don't think so.
Never seen a car?
She was walking the first time I started cutting the grass.
How you doing? You been living in the garage here?
You want to call it a living?
Where do you sleep at?
Really?
Do you know who lives here?
Robin Freitag, I think.
When did you see her last?
About 4 weeks ago.
And you haven't seen her in 4 weeks?
No, last
Have you seen him over there?
Oh, yeah.
Does he drive a car?
No.
Is he home now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
With this information, police begin surveillance, waiting for David to show up again. 2 days later, officers spot a car parked beside the house. The first sign of activity in days, they approach, hoping to finally contact Martha. But the person they're about to find is the very suspect they've been unknowingly helping all along.
How you doing? Is Martha here?
She's probably at her boyfriend's house.
What's your name, bud?
David.
David Callahan? All right, come on down here for me. Why do you think she's at her boyfriend's house?
Well, that's where she stays most of the time.
Where's that at?
I don't know. I don't even know who it is, really.
Are you the only one here?
I mean, she's here maybe a couple times a week anymore. I mean, we've actually been split up for a year. I mean, she's schizophrenic. She's been on and off her medication I don't know how many times.
He claims Martha's at her new boyfriend's house. Then he surprises officers, explaining why they shouldn't take Martha's family at their word.
I guess her daughter's fighting again.
604 to computer. Well, that's part of the reason we're out here, because no one in her family's talked to her since July.
I don't know how. I know she's texted her.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I don't know, probably 5-6 days ago, maybe.
Where was that at?
It was here.
And Martha's not in the house right now.
Well, I mean, you can come in a month.
Obviously, we're concerned about Martha, like you said, if she's off her meds and everything.
Right.
We'd like to find her. Right now, she's missing person. So we'd like to...
I didn't know it was all that. Just, I mean,
You didn't know it was all that?
Well, missing person, because her and the family, they've fallen out numerous times. You know, the family has just gone as far as changing their phone numbers and not giving them to her. They've treated her horribly over the years.
Yeah.
And her not talking to him right now doesn't surprise me.
David claims Kim isn't trustworthy and never got along with Martha. With both sides tarnishing each other, officers aren't sure who to believe. But then they get a brilliant idea. David has outstanding warrants, grounds to detain him. This move will catch David off guard and prove to be their smartest decision yet.
Well, I need to get down there and take care of him. I got a couple misdemeanor warrants.
Through Actor? Yeah. All right, well, we're going to help you out with that today. You still have those warrants, we'll send you down to court. You can get them taken care of today. All right, here's what we're going to do. If it's all right with you, we're going to walk through. We'll let you get some clothes, and then you're going to go down to court and get these warrants taken care of.
I got a big dog in here.
No problem. Do you get the whole thing?
Yeah, nothing but the thing.
Do you do the returns, or do I do that later?
Adam will do it, or whoever's up there.
Okay.
David is arrested and jailed, but not for murder, only for his warrants. But their case is painfully weak. No body, no confession, no physical evidence. Weeks of inaction have left detectives with little but suspicion. They hold David as long as legally possible, hoping to buy time. What they don't know, the clue they need, won't come from their investigation. Days later, Martha's family receives a mysterious message. If he was going to get rid of someone, he would bury them in the backyard. It could be a prank or a genuine tip. Either way, Martha's cousin and relatives contact police. For the first time, police and family join forces.
What made you come to think it was...
They came and arrested him, I believe it was Thursday. On Friday, they arrested him on other charges, contempt, and they're holding him for like 30 days on contempt. Okay. So they questioned him about this two times, I think. I got a text message. Here, I've been putting these flyers up on all the poles, and I get a text message.
A sergeant and a couple other units coming here. Yeah.
If he was ever to get rid of someone, we would bury them across the fence in the very backyard.
I know her role. You came over with her, and what did you do?
Come over to dig because she suspected some stuff going on back there. And, I hope it's not her, but there's something there.
Yeah.
Officers coordinate a backyard search. Word reaches the station. Detectives realize this could be their only real lead and decide to question David again. But David isn't stupid. He's already denied involvement and knows acting clueless won't work. He also knows that as long as he keeps denying and blaming Martha's family, there's nothing they can pin on him. The stakes couldn't be higher. If David plays his cards right, he'll walk free.
Hey, sit right here, Dick. So, when was the last time you actually talked to her?
Beginning of last month.
So, I didn't see, she had a restraining order against you? A TPO or a CPO?
Says temporary.
TPO?
It lasted like 6 months, I think.
Did you get arrested? Because you...
No, here's the thing.
Yeah, explain
she's called the cops on me a half a dozen times, and I've never raised a hand to her. She's never had a scratch on her. Any report you would read will tell you the same thing. She gets mad and I leave. She thinks I'm out humping everything, the pulse out there that's female. That's just what, why she originally got mad at me. She just wanted to argue all the time. And I just felt, leaving a day or two at a time, would just calm everything down. And it normally did. I mean, we've always worked things on, but I don't understand why she's not back around. I really don't. I mean, we've had problems over the years. Like I said, we've been together since 2002.
Sure.
Everybody has problems.
Yeah, everyone's got problems. That's for damn sure. So then I guess your theory is, David, she's staying with whoever she's dating, this new person, not at the house. Is that what you're saying?
Without proof or a body, detectives can't push back. Every minute he talks, he builds a stronger defense, one that might help him walk free.
I believe she's relapsed on, back to smoke crack again. Because, I found paraphernalia at the house. Tomorrow's her birthday. I tried, 3 or 4 times over the last couple of years to get her the 3-day evaluation or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
The police would come out, the paramedics. She'd be standing on the porch, screaming at them, screaming at me. They told me she don't fit the criteria for the evaluation. Well, what does?
Gotta be homicidal.
So she have to stab me in my sleep or do something, really crazy?
Yeah.
And they say, well, she's an adult, we can't take her medication, so why don't you leave?
Though it didn't sound like her and Kim had some problems too.
Absolutely. They would go months on end without speaking to each other. It was at one point, Robin didn't even have a phone number to talk to her mom and dad or her for periods of time.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely true. I sensed they had some hard times now and then, and it sounded like she communicated with her a lot through her Facebook Messenger.
Mention of Martha's Facebook messages catches David off guard. He's surprised detectives know about them. But that's not the only surprise. Detectives have been holding back evidence, Martha's phone and security checks he allegedly withdrew. With David on edge, they confront him with what they claim is hard proof. It's a risky gamble. Push too hard, he'll lawyer up. But if the pressure works, he might slip or confess.
Yeah, obviously her family is real worried about her and loves her a lot, and I can see that you love her a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Dave, I think there's some little piece missing here, bud. That's what I think. And I think you'd feel better if you just told us what it is.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, I think there's a little bit more to the story, Dave, you're not giving us.
There's nothing else I can tell you. I've told you everything I know.
I don't think you told us everything.
Okay, well, I have.
Don't you think you'd feel better if you told us the truth, Dave? Let it go. And
you're not going to be able to celebrate her birthday tomorrow, Dave.
There's some pieces missing to your story, Dave. And as you know, that is your girlfriend, the love of your life, Robin's handwriting. That is September, where you paid the rent so we can keep up this farce that Robin is still around. Tell us the part about being on her phone, pretending that you're her.
Oh, God.
Tell us about that.
I don't have her phone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know.
You know where her phone is.
No, I don't.
We found it where you put it. Why don't you just tell us the truth of what happened? You'll feel better.
Did you guys share a bedroom?
I don't have a phone.
Did you guys share a bedroom?
At one time, yeah.
Detectives know they've pushed the limit. Press any harder and the interview could end. So they take a break, let him smoke, hoping he'll calm down and cooperate when he returns. Meanwhile, back at Martha's house, officers search the backyard and canvass the neighborhood. Then a familiar face approaches, the same neighbor who reported seeing David. This time, he shares a chilling detail about the days after Martha's disappearance.
They had a fire pit back there of some sort.
Right.
But, I didn't even know she was missing until a few days ago.
Had you noticed any activity by anybody back there in the backyard recently?
Just the guy who lived there.
What was he doing?
In the middle of the night, was burning things, because I could smell it. The horrible stench coming from everywhere. And I thought, that's strange, it's even trash day, so.
The woman there is the cousin of the woman who's missing.
Okay.
She's been missing about 30 days. Somebody sent her a message saying, check the backyard for your cousin.
You're kidding.
Officers request firefighters, EMS, and forensic teams. They're treating the backyard as a potential crime scene. As teams prepare to search, no one expects they're only feet away from confirming the nightmare Kim feared all along.
Pretty positive it's a body buried under their fire pit. They dug it up, and you can see what looks like to be about a knee or an elbow. And you touch it, you can tell it's something. We didn't really dig anymore.
Gentlemen? You tell me.
Well, highly suspicious. Seems like a body part, but we didn't want to dig it out anymore till you guys got here.
Yeah.
I think, all of us would want it dug out a little bit more before you guys can say.
41, you copy?
Yeah, let's check. Was it dug out when you guys got here?
That guy.
What made him, did he say what made him start digging?
Yeah, he gave the whole story to the other officer and us. But she got an anonymous text saying if this guy who you guys have arrested recently, that if you wanted to get rid of somebody, who would bury it back here by the fence. Oh. So she came back and saw this loose dirt, ash.
And they say
that guy to come over and help her.
And they say this gentleman is already arrested.
Yeah, that's what both of those two people are telling.
Right. This is the wife.
Missing person that they think it is. And that guy's arrested was a suspect in this.
Was this her husband? Did they say?
I don't know if they were husband wife.
Because I know she had a protection order against.
Okay, copy.
Okay. But he was staying here.
Yeah.
She went missing. He was staying here.
They've been on and off. I've been out here a couple times where she had a protection order, but it goes back and forth because then she invites him back over and stuff like that. So let me go talk to these guys real quick, and then we'll let you know what.
Yeah, just let's go.
She doesn't know.
Did you find a person back there?
Well, we don't know yet. Okay, so we're not saying yes and we're not saying no. Okay, we don't know. Okay.
Have you been on scenes like this before? How do you not know? I can't wait to know.
Listen, well, we don't want to. What we're saying is we don't want to contaminate anything.
Will I be told as soon as they know whether or not there's a body back there of a person?
Well, they have a whole process they have to go through.
To tell me if they found a person back there?
Yeah.
They would know, I mean, wouldn't they?
No, not necessarily. Kimmy, look, there's about a piece of this thing that was uncovered. Not, I'm just saying a piece of some plastic or something. That's what we saw first.
Hello, honey. Hey, Mama had to leave real quick, okay?
They'll just give you, the confirmation.
And I'll be back.
We'll have them.
Can you tell if it's her?
Not now. No. I don't even think they don't even have the person back there that's going to be digging it up yet. Might be a little bit better to talk to somebody like that. Okay.
I don't think I want to talk to anybody. I don't think that I want to right now. It doesn't help to talk to strangers.
I have to ask you. I'm not positive that you're the one I should ask, but I'm going to ask you since you say you have power of attorney, if you allow us to go back in the yard and check that out.
Yes,
I
do.
I have to ask. Okay. So you're giving me consent, and the officers, and we're going to have a medical examiner come out as well. Okay?
After receiving permission, officers resume excavation. Inside the shallow fire pit, they find Martha's remains, body wrapped in bedding, sealed in plastic, burnt, with a blunt force injury and a rope still around her neck. Everyone is shaken. After weeks of uncertainty, Martha's disappearance is resolved. But the reality offers little comfort. News of the discovery reaches the station. Detectives bring David back and cut to the point, directly accusing him of murder.
Dave, let me ask you a question. Are you a heartless bastard? A heartless, cold bastard? No. People who would look at this event and say that you, Dave, are a heartless, no-good bastard who put the love of your life in the ground. And that has to be an evil, bad person who has to go away for every last day of their life. Every last day. So, Dave, are you that person? Or are you the person that has struggled with someone who's, as you said, for 16 years you love her, but she's schizophrenic, and she goes here and she goes there? Because there's no reasonable person, Dave, in the world that wouldn't believe that you harmed Robin. We all know that, three of us sitting in this room. You should just get it off your chest, man.
I've told you everything I know.
No, you haven't told us.
Was it the heat of the moment?
Yeah.
Did you plan it out?
Tomorrow is her fucking birthday.
Tomorrow was her birthday. For them to sit there and reflect the agony they've been going through for the last month.
Heartlessly killed the woman you love more than anything in the world. It's mind-boggling to think about it.
Something that you said you were going to do.
Yeah. And if you said you were going to kill anybody, you'd bury him in the fire pit. I mean, it seems kind of convenient.
I never told anybody. You never told anybody that?
Dave, we're not fucking stupid, dude. You think we're going to make that up? I'm not making anything up. You think I made this up? We know everything. We know the answers to the questions we ask, man. I'm trying to get you to say that you're not an evil, no-good bastard, and that there were some extenuating circumstances that you killed the woman you love, pretended that she was alive for over a month. If you look at it, you're like, that has to be a heartless, cold bastard that wrapped this woman up like that and put her in this fire pit. So
David sits in silence as detectives describe what they believe happened. The weight of his actions seems to hit him. The interrogation has reached its breaking point. He's either about to ask for a lawyer or finally confess.
Do you want to see a picture, Dave?
No, I don't need to see.
You know what you did.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
You want me to go ahead? I need a cigarette.
Tell us what you're going to tell us, so you can have a cigarette.
I'll give you a cigarette.
You tell us what's going on, Dave, so we know you're not a heartless bastard, and I promise you can smoke all you want, all right?
Not all you want. Not all you want.
Well,
there's a reasonable expectation.
Get it off your chest, Dave. You feel better.
You guys feel a little bit better already, just knowing that you're going to make that decision.
I didn't mean to fucking do it. I didn't.
It's not a very respectful way for a person to end
I
up.
know it's not. I got fucking scared, man. I just snapped, man. Just fucking snapped. I didn't mean to do this. I just, man, love Robin.
You just got scared, that's why you put her in the fire pit?
I dug it out. Half an axe handle or something beside the bed. She had it there for a long time.
After you struck her,
I choked her up.
what happened after Robin was dead?
I took her out back and I dug it out. God, I'm fucking sorry, Robin.
How long did
She's
this,
just so relentless. Fucking.
how long did this
She
take?
didn't leave me alone, man. She knew I had nowhere to go. She just kept on me. I give her every dollar I had for whatever she wanted. I never had nothing in my pocket, man. Nothing. It's never good enough. I didn't plan on this to happen. I did. I tried to work it out so bad with her. I really did, man.
Spur of the moment.
As he cries and claims regret, detectives can't help but think how easily this could have been prevented. How many warnings were missed? How many chances to save Martha? With his confession secured, David is formally charged and set to spend a very long time behind bars.
Hey, just to let you know, they talked to the prosecutor. For right now, you're going to be charged with murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence.